So yesterday, I get a call, and it's from a 1-800 number. Normally, I don't pick those up just because they're either complete waste of time or they're just scams or whatever. Every once in a while, if it's a scam, I'll pick it up and I'll fuck with them. I'll take them around the block for a little bit. But normally, I don't pick those numbers up. I just let them go to voicemail, and if it's something important, then they'll leave a message. Well, this number, for whatever reason, may look familiar. I don't know why, but it did. So I picked it up, and it was a customer care representative at Audible contacting me. Um, as you know, in my previous episode, I spoke about someone getting a hold of my debit card information and using it to charge like $45 to Audible in my name on my dime. And contacted my bank about it, and uh, they took the issue as fraud and began an investigation about the issue. So apparently, my bank was still looking into it and everything, but nevertheless, a customer care representative from Audible gave me a call. And as I'm speaking to this lady, I did look up the number, and it is Audible. This wasn't, any kind of bullshit or anything. Apparently, my bank is still working on it. My bank did issue me a credit uh, for the $45 back to my account. Um, but basically, in talking to this customer care representative at Audible, uh, nice lady, by the way, she basically said that they found out where it was coming from. It was halfway across the fucking country out here, United States. Forgot what state, but said that they caught the person that did it. Her name was Laura. They wouldn't give me the last name, which I'm fine with that. Whatever. But said that this person is now being investigated for fraud and will potentially be charged with fraud, yada, yada, yada. And Audible informed me that within 7 to 10 days, I will be receiving the full refund of $45 back to my account. So that's good news. They pinpointed and tracked down the person that did it. And hopefully they're going to get theirs very, very soon. I know it's just $45, but it's $45 of my money from my bank account that somebody went in and just took unauthorized, without my permission, without a care in the world, and used it to make charges in my name on my dime, and I don't fucking appreciate that. So that's being handled, that's being taken care of. I'm just waiting on my new debit card to come into the mail. Because right now my current debit card is froze. So I can't use that one. I have to wait on a new one. So that's what's going on with that. I'm glad that this is being taken care of in a quick, timely fashion. And to whoever this bitch is, I hope she gets hers and is possibly never allowed to use the internet again after this. I really do. Um, it things like this make you feel fucking violated. They really do. Um, to just know that somebody else was in your private, personal business, you know, and using your personal, private business to, you know, make unauthorized charges on your bank account and everything. That's just it's sad, it's pathetic, and it's fucked up. And you know, in some ways I feel sorry for those people, and in other ways I don't. Um, but yeah, it's getting taken care of. That's just a little update on that. I'm not going to ramble on it anymore. It's been like 5.5 minutes already, and I'm not going to ramble on it anymore. But that is getting taken care of for those of you that care. So, um, I am Riddles, and this is the Riddle Me This podcast. And this is episode number 10 of the Riddle Me This podcast. Today on the show, we're going to go over this hashtag Peace Beneath the Streets and my thoughts and my feelings and opinions on that. The MNE Attack of the Ninjas 2. I got news on that. That big 2-day show coming up. And also MC Damage signs to Murder Music. They've been teasing a new artist for Murder Music, and they finally revealed that yesterday. So I'm going to go over that. I hope that everybody has had a good day and a great week so far. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. As always, that is greatly appreciated. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Subscribe down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications so you will know when I upload content to this channel. I try to keep it pretty regular. Depends on what's going on that's newsworthy. So, but let's get into this. Let's see. Yeah, let's get into the MC Damage story here. If you don't know who MC Damage is, apparently he was signed to Murder Music a while back and left, and now he's back. And he did a track with Playboy the Beast on Playboy the Beast's new album, most recent album, Self-Made, Self-Paid. If you haven't heard that album, you're missing out on some fucking dope music. You really are. Grab yourself a copy of that album, listen to it, let it sink in. Playboy the Beast is a dope, talented motherfucker. He really is. And I love this album. I adore this album. And it's the shit. So go and check out Playboy the Beast, Self-Made, Self-Paid, his most recent album on Murder Music. But anyway, speaking of that album, MC Damage was featured on a track along with Playboy the Beast and Liquid Assassin of LSP, Lyrical Snuff Productions. Was the 10th track on the album called Follow Me, which was a great track. He can also be heard on a song called Posse 2, which features, of course, Playboy the Beast is on there. You got Twisted Insane, King ISO, Kamikaze, Don Arias, Sleep Lyrical is on there, and a few others. It's like a big cipher kind of track. It's really good. I personally I haven't really heard anything solo wise from MC Damage. He's still relatively new to me right now. Just things that I've heard from him, just guest appearance wise and things like that. I am impressed with him. And they did a live stream on the Murder Music Facebook page last night to announce the new artist and everything. And MC Damage actually played a brand new solo track of his, which was pretty cool. So, like I said, I haven't heard much of anything as far as his solo work, but just the little bit that I have heard of him on other people's tracks, guest appearances, things like that, I am very impressed, and he is a talented artist and performer, and I can't wait to hear what he does going forward with Murder Music. So congratulations to MC Damage, uh, signing to Murder Music. That's great. That's cool. And can't wait to hear what you do in the future. I will link the Murder Music Facebook page down below so you can go check out the live stream. It's like an hour and a half long. But it is worth just sitting back and just watching and listening to it. He does play a new track during that live stream. And I will link you to MC Damage personal Facebook page for like his music and things like that. So go and check all that out. Congratulations to MC Damage. Love Murder Music. I respect them. And I wish nothing but the best for them, and I see nothing but good things for them in the future going forward. So go and check all that out. This MNE Attack of the Ninjas. This was this was announced last night on the hookup via the MNE Facebook page. And they had dropped a few pieces of news, but like the big one was the second annual Attack of the Ninjas show. And it was about an hour into this show. They talked about this show coming up, and it's going to be a 2-day event at Front Row Live in Kokomo, Indiana. And will cost $40 for both days, which isn't bad for a 2-day concert. This will be an all-ages show and will feature performances from the following. This show will be Friday, August 24th, and Saturday, August the 25th. Friday's lineup: Twisted, Boondocks, Gmo Ski, Lars, Gorilla Voltage, and more to be announced. On Saturday, August 25th, Twisted, Blaze, A&B, Underground Avengers, which is Boondocks, Buckshot, and Class, if you didn't know, Lex the Hexmaster, and the r.o.c. Twisted will be performing 2 different sets. Check out the flyer that I pieced together from the hookup broadcast here. Of course, that'll the link to this article will be in the description below, so you can check it out. So Twisted will be doing 2 different performances, 2 different sets for this show. You know, I don't know exactly what that's going to be, what that's going to entail at this moment. Maybe it'll be, you know, special performances. Maybe we'll get 2 different sets from 2 different old albums from start to finish in their entirety. Who knows? That would be cool. That would be dope. But I don't know. With Twisted, you just never know. You just have to wait and see. And I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised. Twisted puts on a hell of a show, regardless. So, can't wait to see what they do with that. Can't wait to hear what they do with that, because I probably won't be there, but I'm sure that there will be, you know, videos of it going around and such. So, this will all be linked in the description below. Early bird tickets will go on sale this Friday, May 25th, tomorrow. Tickets and VIP packages will be available at twistedshop.com. So go and get your tickets for that. and early bird prices for tickets begin tomorrow. So if you're going to be in that area for that show and you want to go, don't miss out on the sale starting tomorrow. So that's it for that. Now this whole Peace Beneath the Streets thing, this is the big thing, the big story that everybody is buzzing about and talking about as of late. You know, especially if you follow ICP or any other psychopathic artist on psychopathic, but mainly ICP's Facebook, you will have seen the you'll have seen the hashtag Peace Beneath the Streets that has been going on, and everybody has been speculating lately. Will Psychopathic and MNE eventually squash beef? Stop with all the petty drama and the bullshit, and be cool with each other once again, and maybe do business with each other in the future. So that's kind of how this hashtag all started, everything. So, there's a lot of different opinions and feelings, thoughts about this. I personally, I am for this movement. But not only does it have to be on Psychopathic and MNE, it is also on us, the juggalos and juggalettes, in this community and as a community as a whole. CPN, Child's Play Ninja, who I respect and admire wholeheartedly, said something in a video a couple of days ago when I called it. And he said the big thing is the fighting amongst ourselves. Say somebody is pro psychopathic. You got another person that is pro magic ninja. And they're like, well, I'm pro psychopathic, and you're pro magic ninja. Let's fight about it. All this fighting amongst ourselves over a record label or what we enjoy listening to is just fucking stupid. And going to, especially going to Juggalo events, concerts and things, and starting fights with each other and just getting into fucking fist fights over stupid bullshit has got to stop. That's one of the number one things in this community that needs to stop. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're pro psychopathic, cool. If you're pro magic ninja, cool. But don't take my thoughts and my opinions away from me just because yours might be different from mine. I don't do that to you, so I would expect the same courtesy. Don't try to take my thoughts and my opinions away from me. We're all entitled to having our opinion and our freedom of speech in this matter. So, why does it matter if somebody likes ICP over Twisted or vice versa? It's getting old, it's getting stale, and it's ruining the magic and what once made this community so special and so great. And don't get me wrong, the Juggalo community is still a wonderful, special thing and a special community. But all this fighting amongst ourselves over Psychopathic Records and Magic Ninja Entertainment is just stupid. So that's the number one thing. That needs to stop. Of and this is another big thing, and it's sad, but I've found it to be true the more time goes on. The family era of the Juggalo community is nowhere near what it used to be. It's not. That golden era of the old days with ICP and Twisted and Blaze and ABK and all that on the same label working together. And Twisted, being the catalyst, the leader of that family era that, all these old school cats like myself loved and cherished, is pretty much gone now. It's been tarnished. It's been destroyed. Um, it's it's still there and it's still relevant and it can still be something great. But it's just not what it used to be. And like I said before, it needs to be something that we as a whole, we as a community need to work on getting back. And with family, I said this before. Um, it's been a few years back, but just to paraphrase, with family, there's family that you get along with and you're cool with and very close with. There's also family that you may not be around that often. There's family that you may not get to see, because they're in another part of the state or country or whatever, and you just don't get together that often. There might be family you don't get together with because of some drama and some things went down that just tore you apart from one another, and you don't get along. That's pretty much with any family, and the Juggalo family is no different. Do I get along with everybody in this community? No. Do I, agree with what everybody in this community says or does? No. Just like I'm sure that there's people that don't like me in this community. That's fine. Whatever. As a matter of fact, I know there's people in this community that don't like me, and that's fine. Fuck ever. I don't care. I'm going to speak my mind and give my thoughts and opinions regardless. That's just how it is. But yeah, there's people that don't like me. There's people that I don't like. But I don't take their thoughts and their opinions and their freedom of speech away from them. They're entitled to say what they want to say, and they're entitled to not like me. It's fine. It's cool. Um, and do I respect everyone just because they're a juggalo? No, of course not. Because there's juggalos that do and say some stupid shit. I mean, for real. That's basically why we've had to fight with the whole gang label for so long. Because bad apples in the bunch. And it's spoiled it for the rest of us that, are just fans of the music and, try to be good law-abiding citizens. So, we don't always have to get along. We don't always have to see eye to eye on shit. But at the end of the day, we are juggalos. We have that common bond with one another. the the music and the culture and all the great times and great memories that we've had with other juggalos. You know, that's what this community is missing right now. Is just that, yeah, maybe I don't like this guy or I don't like this chick, but you know what? That's cool. I don't have to fuck with them if I don't want to, you know. But instead, there's all this drama that just goes on, especially in the Juggalo YouTube community. Um, like I lost my old YouTube channel, and I'm not gonna sit here and mention names, but supposedly from what I've heard, it's because of or partly because of another Juggalo who doesn't like me, and they played a hand in having my channel terminated for whatever reason. So, that's I mean, that's old news. That is what it is. I'll never get that channel back. But it's just little petty things like that that is destroying this community. It's ruining this community. Regardless of how you feel about somebody, let them be. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. They're going to say what they want to say regardless. Just let it go. Let it be, and don't worry about it. Do you focus on you and focus on the ones around you that do care for you and do have love for you, because that's all that matters. It's just getting it's just getting old, and it's getting repetitive, and it's getting stale very fast, and I'm just tired of seeing all this division and beef in the community, just because. And I find it in the YouTube community as well. You know, this Juggalo is getting more popularity than another Juggalo on YouTube, and it's just friction and beef between them. So what? It's fucking YouTube. It's just YouTube videos. That's all it is. Who cares? Now psychopathic, on the part of psychopathic and MNE, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This doesn't need to be rushed. You know, people in this community are wanting to see so bad for Dark Lotus to come back, for the gathering, coming up in a couple of months, and all this other stuff. I don't want to see that too quickly. I really don't. Um, it's going to take a lot of time of them just sitting down, talking, getting reacquainted with one another on both sides, and ironing out their issues and squashing it slowly over time. Um, you know, yeah, sure. ICP and Psychopathic have made some poor business decisions and moves in the past. They're not perfect. Um, I think with Twisted leaving Psychopathic right after Abominations was released. Abominations was a hell of an album. It really was. It was a great album. I love it to this day. Um, and ICP and Psychopathic didn't really push that album. Twisted felt like they were not being treated fairly. Uh, at that point and even before that. They felt like Psychopathic was pushing ICP, more than they were Twisted and the other artists on the label. That's understandable. I get that. Now, once Twisted just had enough, they left. They were independent for a while, and then they started Magic Ninja Entertainment. Eventually, Blaze parted ways with Psychopathic, signed with Magic Ninja. Um, and then the whole thing with Young Wicked, we all know about that. That's another big thing, is the Young Wicked thing. Um, with what he did with Jumpsteady's daughter Samantha, um, and I can't really put the entire blame for that situation on Young Wicked. Um, yeah, I mean, Young Wicked should have known better. That's basically the boss's daughter. And Young Wicked also, at the time, he already had kids and he had a fiance. So there, he should have known better. But also at the same time, I don't think Samantha's an idiot. Somewhere in the back of her mind, she knew that Young Wicked was involved with someone else and had kids by, another woman, etc. So they both knew what they were getting themselves into. So with that said, Samantha has a child with Young Wicked. Okay, so at some point, for the benefit of that child and that family, that kind of needs to be set aside and have that beef and that drama squashed as best they can. I don't think it'll ever fully heal. That's still going to be a wound that, is that's going to be a wound that's always going to be there. It's never going to fully heal. You know, with the whole Young Wicked situation, but for the benefit of the child, for the benefit of the family, I think that process needs to begin to happen. Um, Young Wicked needs to admit his fault and his mistakes, and the same on Twisted's part as well. I mean, I talk about Psychopathic making bad business decisions and moves and saying stupid shit. Magic Ninja has done the same, since Twisted's departure and the signing of Young Wicked to Magic Ninja. Um, they've made some pretty fucked up decisions, in my opinion, and the opinions of others. So, and especially Violent J and Monoxide. Um, these, I got love for both of them. I got love for both of them. I got respect for both of them. But they can be two of the pettiest motherfuckers on the planet. They really can, and they are just like each other personality wise. They really are. And they're just like each other because no matter what, they're both always right. Even if they're wrong, they're both always right. They don't want to admit when they're wrong. They don't want to admit defeat. in anything. And that's the big problem. They both need to really think about this. They need to act like grown men and look at each other face to face, eye to eye, and say, you know what? I fucked up. You fucked up. We both said and did some things that not only fucked up our friendship, but fucked up our business relationship. You know, how can we go forward, move forward, and try to fix this the best we can? That's what needs to happen. And with those two finally admitting that they're wrong on a lot of shit, everybody else from Psychopathic, everybody else from Magic Ninja will follow, and the healing process will begin. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I look at it. And hopefully one day we'll get Dark Lotus once again. You know, I would love to hear a new Dark Lotus album sometime in the next few years. That would be great. I would love to get some new Psychopathic writers. You know, back with, you know, ICP and Twisted and Blaze together in that lineup. That would be great. You know, just, and, you know, maybe have ICP featured on some Twisted shit, or Twisted featured on some ICP shit. Have Young Wicked, you know, maybe at some point collaborate with ICP or somebody else on Psychopathic. You know, the possibilities are endless for this if they do it right. If they take their time and they don't rush it. Because I've said it before, I'll say it again. If they rush it, it's going to be for all the wrong reasons. It's going to be looked at as a money-making thing with no feeling, no emotion behind it. And it's going to bomb because, let's face it, a lot of juggalos are not fucking stupid. Me included. You know, a lot of juggalos will see right through that and it will bomb majorly. So don't rush it. You know, let it chill, let it marinate. You know, everybody needs to admit, you know, like I said, especially Violent J and Monoxide, because they're just fucking like each other. Neither one of them wants to admit they're wrong. Neither one of them wants to admit defeat. They both need to say, you know what? Yeah, I fucked up, but you fucked up too. And begin to hash that out. And it's just going to take some time. That's what needs to happen on Psychopathic and MNE's side. And with the juggalos, the juggalettes in the community, the fans, the people who buy the music, buy the merchandise, we need to stop fighting amongst ourselves. If you have problems or issues with somebody, you know, hash it out, squash it, and just move on. You don't have to associate with that person. You don't have to be around that person. But what's the point in the senseless beef and fighting amongst ourselves over an artist or record label that somebody else likes that you may not like? You know, it's just getting to a point where, like I said, it's killing the Juggalo community, and we need to bring back the the unity and the positivity that the Juggalo world and this community as a whole once stood for. Because right now, it is far, far away from where it needs to be at this point. So that's my thoughts on this whole hashtag Peace Beneath the Streets thing. Would love to see it happen, but it's going to take some time. And, it first and foremost, I think it needs to start with us as a community, as juggalos and juggalettes. And it needs to continue on and bleed over into Psychopathic and Magic Ninja and ironing out their problems and their issues with one another. And hopefully let the healing process begin, stitch the old wounds that have been open for so long, and let it be. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Comments below or video response. And that is it for episode 10. I'm Riddles, and this is the Riddle Me This podcast. Thank you so much for watching today. Check all the links in the description below. All my social media, as always. Give my Facebook page a like. Follow me on Twitter at riddlesjuggalo. Find me on Snapchat, Instagram, PlayStation. My username for PlayStation is in the description below as well. And my business email. Business-related things, comments, questions, concerns. All that stuff is in the description below. Go and check that out. If you want to do business with me, I'm looking always looking for sponsorship deals. I'm looking for anybody who may need help with promotion or advertisement for their YouTube channel. Their business, whatever it may be. So hit me up on that email and we'll talk, and I will try to respond to you as quickly as I can. I try to stay prompt on that, and I try to check my email about every other day roundabout. So if you want to do business with me, the email is below. So that's it for now. Peace out. Everybody have a great day and a great weekend coming up. I'm Riddles, and this is the Riddle Me This podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Much clown love, and I'll catch you later.